my friends know that it's dangerous to put a microphone in front of me. I mean, I'm talking about Vice President Joe Biden could take lessons. You know, John came to us about 40 years ago. He and I came to the beach about the same time. I think it was 36 years ago, actually. And he was an engineer at Western Electric in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And he saw a photograph of hang gliding and decided to come to the Outer Banks. It was a new sport in those days, come to the Outer Banks to try it. He studied the mechanics of gliders and came to Nag's Head to try it. He soon left his job in Western Electric in Winston-Salem to study at ODU, to work on a graduate degree at ODU, and to put him closer to Nag's Head so he could start doing his passion, hang gliding. The more he came to these dunes, the more he realized that he never wanted to leave, had discovered a passion and a place to perfect it and pursue it. In 1974, John and a business partner opened the first Kitty Hawk kite in the garage at Old Nag's Head, of an old nightclub. I believe that was the casino, was it, John? Yes, the casino. Not many people here are old enough to remember the casino. I remember it. But anyway. There he sold T-shirts and kites and all kinds of hang gliding paraphernalia. And he began teaching hang gliding lessons for $3 for a 3-hour hang gliding session. I'm really proud to say that I was one of the very first people he taught to hang dangle out at Jockey's Ridge. John Harris had a vision and decided to pursue it here on the Outer Banks. Outdoor recreation on the Outer Banks. Now the more than 250,000 alumni from Kitty Hawk Kites makes it the world's largest hang gliding school in the world. The Wright brothers made their first flight here on the Outer Banks, and thousands of other people made their first flight here at Outer Banks also, in the same basic way, hang gliding. John and I became friends many years ago. I don't know whether John remembers or not, but shortly after we became friends, oh God, it must have been about 36, 37 years ago, I built his first bulletin board. Remember that, John? Yep, and it stayed hanging on that little shack for years. John has also spent a lot of effort towards promoting air sports and is noted leader in his profession among things. He is a founder of the president of the Professional Air Sports Association, a nonprofit committee committed to the improvement of hang gliding, ultralighting, paragliding, parasailing, and kite surfing. He's founder and president of the Regalo Foundation, and I tell you, in that effort, he dedicated the first pylon to the monument to the Century of Flight up in Kitty Hawk. I remember him carrying he and some of his hang dangling muscular guys carrying Dr. Francis Regalo up the hill so he could be part of the presentation. Francis Gallo is the inventor of the flexible wing and is renowned throughout the world as the father of hang gliding. And he's also president and director at large of the United States Hang Gliding Association. I have to tell you, he's a pioneer in the North Carolina tourism's leaders of the 20th century, and is one of the 20 distinguished honorees of that distinguished organization. John Harris has built a successful business, a made a name for himself in the Outer Banks and the promotion of his air sports. He is a NAGS header who devotes attention and his resources to local community. He is active in the First Flight Foundation, First Flight Society, and was instrumental in presenting the world a first-class centennial celebration of the Wright brothers' first flight. 10 years before they did that, John came and asked me if I'd handle the art part of it. And we had a 10-year celebration towards that, directly from his encouragement. John was also responsible for the building of the monument to the Century of Flight. He was really supportive of that. He also provided the materials for a life-size 1902 glider that was built by 7th, 8th graders from the First Flight Middle School, which they presented during the First Flight Centennial celebration in Raleigh at their, they call it the, they call that the Kitty Hawk Cup competition, and they took first place. I got to tell you a quick story about that. All the kids in North Carolina participated in that, and we arrived there with an 18-wheeler. Don Bryan and I packed it up, took it to Raleigh, and the kids carried this hang glider from the 18-wheeler to the fairgrounds, not fairgrounds, but the grounds in the middle of Raleigh to present their presentation celebrating the 2002 first flight, powered flight. And the thing that's really interesting about this was all these kids from North Carolina had their little poems, and they had the little model airplanes and their little paintings, and here comes NAGS Head kids with the real, flyable, full-scale model of the 2002 glider. They took the first place hands down. And this was all because John made the materials available. We built the thing out of aviation hang glider fabric and aviation aluminum, hang glider aluminum. I got to tell you something, folks, a little off the track here. My wife and I discussed what I was going to say today, and she took the comments that I did, and you're going to be totally surprised to know that she put these notes together. And some of the comments that I made that she put on here, I've got to read you. This one here is, John is a strong supporter of the Monument to the Century of Flight, dedicated in 2003 as a memorial to the first 100 years of aviation and the soaring spirit of humanity. John leads his support in numerous local organizations, including North Carolina Coastal Land Trust, Dare County Arts Council, North Carolina Nature Conservatory, Friends of Jockey's Ridge, Roanoke Island Hills Historical Association, Interface Community Outreach, NAGS Head Woods 5K Run, Wright Flight of North Carolina, and the Outer Banks Marathon. John, it's a great deal of pleasure of me on behalf of all of the light keepers that are here and the ones that aren't here today to present you with this honor. And it was a real thrill to me, and I'm sure it's going to be a real thrill to you. Congratulations, John Harris.